Step into the world of The Last Chapter, your guide through the complex maze of the end of the world and the otherworldly. I humbly request that you subscribe for insightful content, like, share, and comment to connect. Request special prayers in the comments. Together, let's explore and grow. Today, we are given the opportunity to dig deeply into a topic that appeals to the inquisitive and the reflective, the seeker of truth and the custodians of faith. Since the dawn of time, people have been pulled to the mysteries of the universe that they can't explain. Stories about meetings with celestial beings, which are shrouded in the mystery of the extraterrestrial, have created a complex web of wonder and speculation. Even though a rational mind might try to find explanations for hoaxes, misinterpretations, and everyday motives, there are some stories that go beyond what a normal mind can understand. As we set out to find the hidden secrets behind these out-of-this-world experiences, a deep question arises: could these strange things be more than they seem? Could they be signs of a spiritual war that goes beyond the stars? From the empty fields of Roswell to the dark hallways of Area 51, UFO reports and stories of close encounters have become a part of our cultural history. People love to tell stories about being taken by aliens, interacting with them, and being mesmerized by their eyes. These beings have an uncanny similarity to the stereotypical image of aliens. The appeal of these meetings goes beyond simple curiosity. They tease the human spirit with the possibility of confirming our place in a vast cosmic tapestry and bringing light to the dark corners of existence. Skeptics, on the other hand, say with a firm voice that most of these stories are just airy mirages that come from the complex depths of the human mind. They say that things like sleep paralysis and hallucinations, which are both psychological events, could be used to create the illusion of meeting people from other worlds. In this world, the way people are open to suggestions and the seductive power of groupthink work together to create stories that go beyond what is real. People say that the alluring call of recognition and fame can turn stories into myths and give a brief moment in the spotlight to those who are brave enough to tell stories that go beyond thought. Skepticism and speculation are at odds with each other, but there is a deep balance that comes from the depths of faith and spirituality. Could it be that these strange meetings aren't just cosmic coincidences, but instead show how the forces of light and darkness are fighting in the universe? This view, which is a bridge between what is known and what is holy, suggests that evil forces could be using people's interest in the unknown to weave a web of lies. This idea of a deceptive relationship between the ethereal and the extraterrestrial reverberates across spiritual landscapes and across nations and belief systems. Over the course of human history, stories about evil beings that were once touched by the divine have made their way into the minds of people all over the world. In Christian teachings, the idea of fallen angels, who were once loved by God but are now in darkness because they disobeyed, comes up as a stark warning of the spiritual duality that is part of our lives. This holy tapestry is where the idea that these things could be pretending to be people from faraway stars gets its start. From the beginning of the Christian story, the idea of a spiritual fight between good celestial forces and evil dark forces has been at the center. Lucifer was once a beautiful angel, but he turned against God and fell from grace. This is a powerful reminder of the eternal battle that shapes the universe. This story is where the idea that these lost angels might try to trick people by pretending to be from other worlds comes from. In the book of Ephesians, the Apostle Paul says, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against rulers, authorities, powers of this dark world, and spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." This point of view fits with the deeply held belief that the spiritual world, even though it is often hidden from human eyes, can have a real effect on how things go in the real world. The Bible is full of stories about how God changed the world, miracles that happened, and spiritual fights that changed the course of history. If we accept that God and his angels can do things in the physical world, it stands to reason those evil forces, including those who have gone astray from the divine, could also do things that we don't understand. Also, it's hard to ignore the similarities between what people say they've seen from other worlds and how demons show themselves. Spiritual combat is summed up by the creepy grip of possession, the breaking of natural laws, and the unsettling nature of these encounters. These encounters often have a feeling of darkness, lies, and manipulation, which fit with the idea that demons have power over people. From a Christian point of view, it's important to realize that skepticism and logical answers have their place, but they don't mean that supernatural forces can't be at work. The Bible tells people not to be fooled by false looks and reminds them that Satan himself dresses up as an angel of light. This backs up the idea that evil forces could hide behind different masks, such as those of aliens, to get what they want. Critics may think that the idea of devils pretending to be aliens is far-fetched, but it is important to realize that the Christian view on this is not just based on guesswork. Instead, it comes from a deep well of faith, the teachings of the Bible, and a knowledge of the larger spiritual battle going on. As Christians, we are told to know the times and test the spirits, which is a command that rings especially true in the context of these strange events. In conclusion, the Christian point of view gives us a strong way to understand the mysterious world of supposed alien encounters and how they might be related to demonic behavior. This point of view is based on the Bible and talks about the eternal battle between the forces of light and evil. It asks us to pay attention to the spiritual currents that shape our view of the universe. As we try to figure out the mysteries of the unknown, we are reminded of the profound truth that the spiritual realm is just as real and important as the world we live in. This reminds us to look at the universe with faith, knowledge, and discernment.